must have been in the fucking
car.
Oh, it's a green snake. Babe, you need to pull over.
Oh,
I
where?
want it to die so I can just get out.
I can't. There's nowhere to fucking pull over.
It's a green tree snake.
Well, it's gonna fucking die. Oh, no.
Oh, man. Babe.
I'm not fucking stopping, mate. What, you gonna fucking flick it off? I ain't.
It'll climb off. Oh, man.
Hold on, I can't do anything. There's nowhere I can pull over yet. That's so fucking scary.
Oh, you just drive, but I just think we should pull over.
Oh, where am I going to pull over?
I'm just saying.
Bubba, there's a snake on the car.
Oh. It'll just fly off. It's not going to hurt us. I bet he's dizzy. Mate, you just need to hold on to your tail. How? I'm glad it came out. Oh, mate. Oh, we're slowing down. We're about to turn off. Oh, don't put your head up. Mate.
Oh, oops! I forgot to. I didn't have the right date for the other. There we go. My bad. Anyway, let me make sure I got my light on. All right, we switched. What's happening, y'all? What's good in the hood? Let me hop over here because I already got the chat plugged in like I'm supposed to. Hey everyone, I hope you are well. Aiken, good to see you, man. I got a little something planned for I'm gonna make something that it's pretty common. I for like other YouTubers and the things that they do, but I don't have one for to show appreciation, on my end here. So I'll make a little something for my Ko-fi supporters. I just trying to plan it out. I know about 2/3 of what I want to do. I just need the last little bit. But Aiken, since you're like a vowel of in my Ko-fi, you don't subscribe, but you donate once in a while. I'm gonna throw you in there too. Laszlo Panoflex. How's it going, Laszlo? Finally on a late shift. Nice. Hey, Arlene. How you doing, darling? Snakes on the plane or car. Oh my, that would freak me out. That poor snake was like trying to shake himself off. He's like, fuck. Normal day in Australia. Good day. Oh, hey, always censored. Bienvenue. Heart-shaped cookie fix. I wonder if the snake will really want to go on a drive. Poor snake is just going to end up somewhere completely different than where it's used to. You know, it's wherever its home was is miles that way now. It's like it could end up on the other side of the state, of the country, of like who knows where they're going. He's just going to get out of the car like, "Well, that was wild. Where the fuck am I?" Or what? Like it's that, or like curl up under the car again and hope it takes you home. So you know what? I don't know where I'm at. I'm gonna get back under here, and I'm just gonna lay low. I'll have to put up with that shit again, but I'll get home because I don't have GPS. G'day, always sends getting your hellos out there. Hey, Eve, how you doing? Good to see you, Eve. Bienvenidos otra vez. Just hanging. Work have me 2 weeks off to write to HR director reasons not to fire me. Oh, that's fucking lame. That's right. You're the one going through the bullshit with your employers, if I remember it right? Is that right? Yeah, dude. Fuck them up. What's going on? What's the you got an update for us there? What's happening with that? On the bright side, 2 weeks off? Not bad. A paid time off, or is it just you're just off for 2 weeks? Hey. Hope you and the Fox are well. Oh, Aiken had a question for me. I'm gonna hop back up to that real quick. And we got Kai up in the hizzy. Hey Sam, how you doing, Sam? The opening clip today was from Australia. So if you want to rewind and watch that, it's probably pretty tame by Australian standards, you know. But a little starter so I know where I left off. Aiken says, Kai, I have a One Piece question. Why does Kaido's son Yamato have a rockin' bod? Yamato does have a freaking rockin' bod. Oh my god. Yamato is still not my, I don't know. She's pretty dope. She's a ride or die kind of homie. But then again, so is Boa. Boa Hancock is badass and rockin' too. I love Boa's person, her whole energy and fucking everything though. It's great. She's very like regal. But Yamato's like a tomboy. Both I like. But Yamato though. So Yamato was Yamato. For so Yamato was a girl. Like her identity was just that she is Kaido's daughter, etc., etc. And then she was there to see Odin die. She was there, she watched Odin die, and she watched how all that went down, and that for her, she was like, I'm taking up his mantle. I'm Odin now. Like there's no title that like exemplifies him as a person. So she just took up his identity and his ideals. And so that's why she refers to herself as his son and as Odin. She's literally taken on the identity of Odin as a protector of the island. And so that's where her heart is and her ideals are. So she's essentially carrying on his torch, because there's no, aside from carrying the actual title, he embodied what she wants to be. And so she modeled herself after him in very literal fashion. So that's why there's that confusion where there's the whole gender thing with Yamato. Might take income insurance super. Because I am going crazy. Super. I am going crazy after 1 year of performance review. 1 year? That's a little much, isn't it? Making it hard for them to come up with lame reasons to sack me. 1 year? Who does 1 year of performance review? That's a 3-month thing. 3 months. After that, at least here in California, it's 3 months, and then at least in California, it was 3 months, and then after that, they what's it called? After 3 months, they they can't just fire you for no reason. Hey, what's happening, Hoff? How you doing, man? Did they offer the snake a ride back? Looked mountainous. Check out the big word. Been here their 13 years. New manager starts after going after me 3 weeks into his job. Oh yeah, that's some bullshit, dude. That's right. I remember now. I remember what the story was. Okay, dude, fuck that shit. So what are you doing? Are you writing like you're not writing it to that person, are you? You're writing it to somebody else? Yeah, dude, that is some BS. Snake looked green, like green tree snake, not dangerous. Yeah, that's what she was saying. She's like, it's just this tree snake. It's a tree snake. It's pull over. Let him. He'll just leave. He was like, I can't pull over. Where am I gonna pull over? Guess what's up, man? Cut that drama last night between you and Yo. That was rough. That's right. I forgot about that. You better be careful with certain people out there. Dangerous.
Guns don't kill anybody. They just don't. Look at this. This gun's been sitting here for how long and hasn't killed anything. It's not even scary. Uh-oh, it's black.
That guy was insane. Just put out a bit exposing him. Oh my god. I wonder if I'm actually kind of surprised that no one's like taking all this stuff happening with Kanye and all these other things going on right now and like memeing them. Like it's like currently a part of the zeitgeist, so it's not. I don't know. It's weird. I thought at least some of it would get like a little more meme action, but I think it's it's all about who makes the memes. If you make the memes and you're like, no, I agree, then what? There's no one to make fun of it, you know. uh Let me hop back to the chat. Can we ill Kim Hay censored? I'm technical. They are saying I am bad at admin. Duh. Oh, okay. They have never provided me training, so if it goes further, they will have trouble. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, good, man. Fucking fuck their bullshit, dude. I can't believe that it's like that where like you've been here that long and they some new guys over here be like, this guy's trouble, and they're not like he's trouble. What's going on? And then like send someone to see what's up, you know? Yeah, I'm confused too. Because of the controversial subject, it may be a while. That's true. I think you're right. Made fun of UBS last night. I giggled quite a bit. A Hofcast made fun of. Yeah, I know. I saw that, but that's different than like it being memed or being a clip that people play, like the Will Smith thing was like instantly there was just all this stuff. But with this stuff right now, it's like the people that disagree aren't the people that make memes and make fun of stuff and make comedy. They're the ones that like cry on Twitter, or their memes aren't good, so they don't proliferate. Oh shit, motherfucking Aiken. Thank you, Aiken. All right, y'all. The cookie delivery from Aiken. Thank you, my man. Hold on. I got this. I got it. There it is. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one.
Who has Down syndrome has wanted to be a cop since he was a kid.
You know why I pulled you over?
'Cause I was speeding?
No, 'cause you're black.
A few minutes later.
This nigga just did a fucking cartwheel.
That's all, folks.
Aiken says, thanks for the clarification. I Googled Yamato, but you explained it nicely. Awesome. I'm glad, man. Thank you. I'm glad I could clarify that for you. But I appreciate the donation. And so speaking of which, you guys, you're all very supportive, and I really appreciate that. And I still need to get, what's it called? Why is this stuck?
Who is Down?
Weird. Okay, I still need to get my my November story out. But I have been slammed. I've been very busy, and I'm going to explain why. I haven't been, since I've been kind of just getting it going, I haven't been putting this out there really under my name too much. Why the fuck is it doing that? That's so weird. Anyway, so the thing I've been working on for the last 4 months is a website. It's this website, evolaboratory.com. So I have I have two blogs here. One is that should have the label under it. One is a mad science journal. Let's just go to the info feed. The Mad Science Journal is like real science stuff that either about, like, let's say this one here is about our attention spans, our phones, how it affects our brain. This one is about bees and how they read magnetic fields and stuff like that. But it's all from the point of view of a supervillain with an evil laboratory. And then the villain feed is going to be a little more in-depth articles about villainous things that are happening, around the world. So I've got these two blogs, and I also have merchandise and stuff. So tech and accessories, clothing. We got we got this guy. What's it called? This I've got little stories too about the design. True villain of these games is not who you'd think. Oh, what a hero's tale can do for propaganda. So Pac-Man is it's a propaganda machine. His game is all propaganda to make you think that he's actually the good guy. Cubism shirt. So I've got some science stuff, some art, video games. I had to get some stuff fixed on the back end. It wasn't quite right in the beginning. But I've got some new designs here. I've got a bunch of stuff. I got notebooks, got speakers, mouse pads. But yeah, go check it out. Let me know what you guys think. If you're looking for unique presents for Christmas, I'm hoping to reach a broader audience with this. Fighter ties. They're like TIE fighters, but they're ties, you know? And then I also have treasure chest that it's like you can level up and earn and get level up through different levels of villainy. And so yeah, I need to fix that on the guide page. All right, well anyway, in case anyone's interested, I got wrapping paper, piranha plant wrapping paper. So yeah, that's what I've been working on for the last few months. That's why I've been I was really tired recently, staying up a lot, things like that. And yeah, that's where I've been putting a lot of my energy. So if anyone's looking for anything, I guess if anything there strikes your fancy, you think it'd be great for a friend, family member, etc. You got time before there's still a sale going on right now for the next 30 minutes or 29 minutes. But I have a code there for everybody here. It's Kai M.F.S. It's a 10% discount for when that's done. But either way, that is the newest thing in my life. That's where I've been putting a lot of my energy, a lot of my time. So thank you, Aiken. Appreciate it, man. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. So if anyone's looking for another way to support me without not going through the Ko-fi where you actually get something out of it, and there's an option right there. Oh, and I have an affiliate program if you encounter a lot of people and want to promote it. So you can sign up as a henchman and maybe get your friends a discount and get yourself a little something. Don't tease me with the tennis ball. Oh, I'll get the tennis ball going in a second. He takes the criminals downtown after he arrests them. Hey, Stieg, how you doing, man? I don't know what this is in reference to. Son of a bitch. Good thing Hoff cut off Yo before he named the chosen people Mongolians. Yo, Mongolians were one of the seed races, right? My apologies, Sir Kai. Slow on the uptake. Wicked sinus infection. Like my head is trying to push my face out. I'm sorry about that, Eve. That sucks. I hope you feel better. Who band rocks? Black banner is rising. Hi, Stieg, Sam McCabe. So that is where my sense of humor will be because I look funny. Oh, he censored. I love me some The Who. Good looking sight, Kai. Thank you, Aiken. Appreciate that. So I say something weirder than usual. It's my face talking. Okie dokie. Buy that now. Limited edition. Oh yeah, I should put a link in the chat. Why was there a thing? Oh, that was from earlier. Hold on, let me do that real quick. All right. So there you go, y'all. There's still a couple things I need to figure out. A couple shirts aren't showing up for some reason. But yeah. I've been playing Valhalla and calling lots. Been playing Valhalla is calling lots. Probably those Nordic genes in me. Calling lots? I don't follow. Buy the coffee cup now. It's an insulate. It's a stasis mug. It's an insulated coffee mug. All the insulated stuff is stasis. So there's a stasis pod for holding food, and then a stasis mug is an insulated mug that keeps your stuff, cold or warm. It's got like a steel, 2-wall setup kind of a thing. Use code KaiMFS. Stieg. Some conspiracy theorists were saying they put clown meat in McDonald's burgers, and I was like, damn, no wonder this shit tastes so funny. If you get diarrhea from those, Laszlo, it makes it a running gag. That was getting 2 strikes in a row right there. Shirts and skins. Insulent coffee mug, spill proof. It does have like a lid on it. It has a lid and a little clippy thing. So I think it has a little clippy thing. Let me see. Where you at, mug? Thought I was just looking at you. Look at that ugly mug. Yeah, it looks like it has a little lid. So what's it called? So yeah, if you spill a lot, maybe there's a shot. I'm not sure though. I haven't got one yet. Do I have one coming? I think so. I'm not sure. Should have got one. Hey, deranged lunatic. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Little lid or little lit? It's a little of both. All right. So let's fuck around and have some fun with today's stuff. Like this 40 things that everybody had in the 90s that no one sees today. No one sees today. Anyone who experienced the 90s can vouch for the fact that it was exactly what America needed at the time. Everyone was over the big hair, layers of makeup, and economic turmoil of the 80s. They were ready for a change. Whether you look back at the bizarre fashion sense that was taken as stylish, the exponential leaps made in the technological world, or the talking toys that somehow lulled children to sleep, the 90s had it all. Here's a look at the good, the bad, the ugly of arguably one of the most fun decades to have lived through. Welcome back to the 90s. You know what? I'm going to have to agree with that. It was a very fun decade. Like, there was a lot of cool shit from like the 70s that we're not doing in the 90s anymore. But I feel like there was a lot more cool shit in the 90s. Just in general. I need some more water before I read this. So give me 2 seconds. I'm going to make sure I mute this so there's no echo. And then I'm going to play a little bit of...
Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Bounce, 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 bounce. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Bounce, 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 bounce. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Helps me forget about my cancer.
testosterone, what they had in the 90s and they don't have now. How's it going, Elroy Shredding? Testosterone. Let's see. I like 90s music. Yeah, it was because they hadn't it's more than halfway through the 90s is when they deregulated the music industry and when music gradually started its decline, but it still had the momentum carrying it through the rest of the decade. And then hip hop also shook things up, so they had to figure out hip hop before they could really nail that one down, but and start manufacturing their own stars. So it wasn't until like the most of the way through the 2000s, probably the 2010s. No, yeah, a good part of the way through the 2000s that we started seeing seeing the general degradation of things. Yeah, 2010's a good ish estimate time. I like the 80s, tennis ball. All right, y'all. Transformers action figures was $50. Current value, estimated value, $2,000. Transformers franchise. Where's Tommy from the Guinea Pig Collective when you need him? Franchise has come a long way from where it began in the early 80s, and the 90s were a large part of that transformation. Folks came up with the famous Transformers tagline, more than meets the eye. Have told the world for decades that there is more to the product they've created than what we see. Look at this shit. Badass. As a producer of incredible Transformers toys, many of them, like Omega Supreme, have similarly increased in value over the years. Some are selling for more than 2,000 used. Used. Hot Wheels. $5 a pop. Current estimated value $3,500. That's car number 271. Collectors know it as number 271, but the kids, these tiny cards, but to kids, these tiny cards were made for. Oh, but the kids these tiny cards were made for will always refer to it by its name, Funny Car. It's the thing those kids were unaware of is that about a dozen of these cars were in fact considered funnier than the rest in a sense. When the Funny Car was mass manufactured in 1995, a full sheet of 12 cars was packaged on blue backing with the car number in white. If you have one of these and it's still in its original packaging, its Funny Car could have you laughing all the way to the bank. I mean, that's not. I mean, yeah, you need to go to the bank for that, but original Furby cost you $35. Now it'll get you a G. We don't need to read about Furbies. That's a fucking Furby. It was creepy and it talked to you, but it was a hit. The shit that talked was a hit back then. I think the fish on the wall is what killed that. Because it was like a niche thing. It was like certain things had it and it was around just enough. It was like, but then the fish on the wall was annoying. That one was like, yo, I'm sick of this fucking fish always singing at me and shit. I'm trying to walk through the store and this fish just like boop, 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 singing its stupid songs and shit. The 80s made the 90s look like the 50s. That's fair. That's fair, but everyone's taking a load off in the 90s. They're like, no nuclear war, no economic depression. This is fucking nice. Cartoons are better. Transformers are now transsexual. Don't worry, be happy. Okay, Spice Girls doll set cost $50, now $150. It's not really a big jump, and no one is surprised. Look at them. Look at them. I remember like thinking, damn, they were so hot when I was a kid. But now I'm like, oh, okay, I see. I see the quite a bit more variety here than before. Super Mario 64, where it was sold. Super Mario 64, $60. Now 1.3 million. When the Nintendo 64 gaming console dropped in 1996, the gaming world was introduced to a style of gameplay it never could have dreamt of. Leading the way into the new world was an old friend, everyone's favorite princess saving plumber, Mario. More than 11 million copies of Mario 64 have been sold over the years, making it the N64's best-selling game. Look at that thing. Yeah, I've still got mine somewhere. I don't know where it's at. I got my Sega and my 64 somewheres. I'll dig them up. I know my Sega is here. The 64, I think, is still at my mom's. If you had the foresight to buy an extra copy of this groundbreaking video game and managed to keep it sealed all these years, you could be a millionaire. Heritage Auctions once reported a winning bid of approximately 1.3 million for a mint condition copy of Nintendo 64's inaugural Mario game. 1.3 million. Motorola pagers. Trans groomers, you are still a guy. Sega with the CD. I got the cartridge one. I didn't get Sega CD. Cell phones in the early 1990s were not as mobile as they are today. Think Zach Morris's brick phone and Saved by the Bell. It wasn't until the end of the decade that cellular phones were made small enough to fit easily in your pocket. Until then, it was easier and cheaper to carry a pager. But I thought doctors still use pagers. I'm pretty sure you can still find pagers out there. Yeah, pagers, yo. For a few years in the late 90s, everyone who could afford one had themselves a Motorola pager, even if they didn't expect to receive a single page. A pager on the hip was a status symbol, a sign you belonged. That's so funny. Now it'd be considered like a nerdy thing. Like, look at this fucking goober with like a thing on their pocket. They got a little thing on their or not on their pocket, like on their belt loop. You'd be such a goober for carrying this shit around now. Jinko jeans, 60, 75. They've doubled in value, but I mean, come on. These things. Is this a real picture or are they exaggerating? Clueless, 1995. Okay, that's what I thought. It's a movie. Okay. Look at these motherfuckers. Look at this shit. It's so cartoonish the way they're dressed. Like, this guy's themed out, all Rasta. This guy looks the most normal. This guy looks ridiculous. Peace protest. Fucking weird face. This guy looks like a straight up cartoon character with his hair, his hat and shit. His everything. And both of these motherfuckers, cartoon characters. This guy looks like a cartoon character designed by like the understudy. Hey, Sapphire Elf. How's it going, man? Bienvenidos al show, my friend. Good to see you. I think he used to buy weed from you. Right? This guy looks like that. I used a pager to sell weed. Oh, I think I used to buy weed from you. That's fucking funny, dude. Yeah, so demand for oversized jeans declined sharply the following year. In 1998, damn, top of the denim pants industry, 98, bringing in nearly 200 million in annual sales. Demand declined sharply the following year, and more so the year after. Their bagginess made them comfortable to wear on a nice day, but a nuisance and borderline safety hazard to walk around in when it's raining. It's like, yo, this should hit 200 million this year. Order twice as many for next year. We need to be ready. Guys, I think this is the next big thing in denim. I think we discovered it. Cheers. We're going down in the history book, gentlemen. Going down in the history books. We reinvented denim. What the fuck is this? Flannel shirts? Some articles of clothing have a time and place to be worn. As the 1990s showed us, it's not the case for flannel shirts. They can be worn by anyone anytime. What? So what's the... So they haven't... So they're still around. It's fucking stupid. Why? What the fuck? Pearl Jam and the rest of the grunge movement dig up old flannel shirts. There's still flannel shirts. They didn't go away. That's why their value hasn't changed. Stupid. This is just because of inflation. This is year's inflation prices. That's what happened. 30 is the new 20. $30 shirts? Oh yeah. I mean, that's inflation. All right. Stupid. That one's dumb. Orbitz soda. Where it was sold? 7-Eleven, Target, Walgreens. Of all the non-alcoholic beverages introduced in the 90s, Orbitz arguably takes the cake as the most unique. In no other decade would a drink company has been able to get away with putting bright, edible, floating balls into its drinks. Heck, it didn't even work out that well in the 90s. What? They had bright, edible, floating balls in their drinks? Wow. Okay. Orbitz was introduced. I never had one. I didn't know about that. Orbitz was introduced by the Clearly Food and Beverage Company of Canada in 1997. Thanks to poor reception, it was almost nowhere to be found by the time the new millennium arrived. More than 2 decades after its less than spectacular release, nostalgia has kicked in, and people are talking about that drink with the floating things in it again. Trapper Keepers. Where it was sold: Kmart, Walmart, Target. $5 to $10. Now it'll get you $100. 90s kids will recall a time when having a rad Trapper Keeper meant being one of the cool kids in class. At least that's what parents nationwide were telling their kids. In reality, having a plain and boring Trapper Keeper was the best way to keep oneself out of trouble. That was the Trapper Keepers. Pretty much just folders for keeping your shit in. Anyone who avoided getting an awesome novelty Trapper Keeper were when they were younger might regret it now. Nostalgic millionaires who were kids in the 90s are willing to pay a pretty penny to relive the simpler times of their lives. Then fucking make it, dipshit. Nostalgic millionaires. Be like, hey, I'm gonna bring back Trapper Keepers. Fuck it. We're doing it. Trapper Keepers are back, bitch. And then, like, just make them again. What do you... Shut the fuck up. Polly Pocket Fairy Light Wonderland set. Where it was sold: Toys R Us, Target, Walmart. $10 to $15. Now worth $455. Current estimated value. Everyone who was a kid in the 90s should remember Polly Pocket toys. Either they had one of the compact toy sets, knew someone who had one, or were annoyed by the ads from them that happened to come on during every commercial break. Oh yeah, these things. One of their biggest hits of the decade. Dang. It rivaled Barbie and Hot Wheels. That's crazy. That's some good shit. I am wearing a flannel shirt right now, says Arlene. Right, Arlene? That soda tasted like garbage. Hugs and fives to all. Fancy seeing you people here. Made it hard to run from the police in those. Yeah, right? They make armored... I'm sure they get caught on fences and stuff, too. They make armored flannel shirts for motorcycling. That soda. Let me see. The more difficult to find the classic. This more difficult to find the classic lumberjack red flannel. There's all kinds of goofy color schemes. Okay. I am wearing a big flannel shirt right now. It's taco balls. Farm store in town keeps the classic ones in stock. I had a trapper keeper back in the 70s. Bringing back pagers. Did I nod off? Wait, what? Pet rock? Hey, Eve. We're talking about trapper keepers. That it says that millionaires, nostalgic millionaires, would pay a pretty penny for these. But I'm like, well, if they're millionaires, then they can just make them, just start a business making trapper keepers. I know I used to wish I had a girlfriend called Polly as a teenager. My daughters like Polly Rockets. My mom gave me a trapper keeper, tried it, went back to good old peachy folder. Side you can't draw on a trapper keeper, you can draw Led Zeppelin and Rush on a peachy. I remember in high school, well, like, with trapper keepers, could you put drawings and stuff inside them? Because I remember that. I remember when we would do that. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I used these things. It's just a folder with like a Velcro thing to close the front, right? Like it wasn't no thing. It was whatever. Oh yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figures. Too bad Shellback's not here. $5 to $10. Original. Current estimated value $60. Fans of these heroes in half shells are sure to remember the excitement that came with unwrapping birthday presents in the 90s, hoping you'd find a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. At the time, toys of the Turtles, their friends, and their foes seemed priceless. In actuality, they have not aged very well. The best for making a few bucks off these classic action figures is by grouping a few of them together and selling them as a collector's set. These mini sets have sold anywhere between 20 and 60. If you find the right buyer, you can get a much bigger payday. All right. Yeah, that's not too much. First edition Charizard Holo card. Original estimated $5. Actually, I remember back then it was hard. No, you weren't going to get it for. I mean, if you got it in a booster pack, you were lucky. But otherwise, you're paying $100 for it, $50, $150. But now it's worth $75,000. Pokemon games, Pokemon TV shows, Pokemon strategic card games. By the mid-90s, Pokemon was everywhere. In a world where the goal is to catch them all, the first edition Charizard Holo card has eluded even the most avid Pokemon card collectors. Due to overuse in tournaments and the unforgiving nature of time, most of these rare holographic Charizards aren't in the greatest shape. That doesn't mean people aren't still willing to take a mortgage out on their home if it means having one in their possession. Collectors have paid up to $75,000 for one of these colorful pieces of Pokemon history. That's nuts. That is nuts. Tommy Hilfiger overalls. Where it was sold, Tommy Hilfiger Inc. Original estimated cost $30 to $50. Current estimated value $175. Okay, well, overalls aren't fuck overalls. You won't find them for less. Well, there's some jeans that go for that much standard. Side you can't draw on Trapper Keeper. Oh, I already. Sorry, left it up for some reason. Windbreakers. Don't these still exist? A few things defined the 90s more than the ridiculous clothing everyone thought was trendy at the time, like neon or pastel-colored windbreakers. Rarely did the wearers of these jackets put them on to stave off the wind. Instead, they were worn for fashion. Oh, yeah. Suppose there's one thing that can be said about these vintage 90s windbreakers. In that case, it's to scream 90s louder than almost any other article of clothing one could rummage up. Up on Etsy or eBay, authentic 90s windbreakers. Okay, hold on. It said 40 things? How many things are we looking at? 40 things. We're at 16. I'm gonna go to 20. I'm gonna go to 20, and then we're gonna switch to talking about the Twitter files and Elon and stuff. Okay, so Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Harry Potter series has sold over 500 million copies worldwide, bringing in almost 8 billion. But none of it would have been possible without the 1997 publication of the OG novel Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone UK. As American Potter fans are well aware, the title differs from the edition released stateside, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Damn. So this version of the Harry Potter book, $55,000. That's nuts. Those who have been with Harry and the gang since the beginning might want to check their copy to see if it has the print file. If it has a print line 109876543321. If it does, you could be in the possession of a $55,000 piece of Muggle treasure. That's crazy. I wonder why it has that. iMac G3. So for those who have forgotten how big computers were in the 90s, remember there were rooms dedicated to the ancient machines in every house. You need to have a space for not just a monitor, but for a large metal box. Then Apple released the iMac G3 in 98, giving users a product that compacted the computer storing experience. So Apple launched the product, several colors. And many people credit the iMac G3 as the first real rival Apple put in Microsoft's way, signaling the reignition of one of the big business's most intense rivalries. Sky Dancers. What are these? They cost $15. Now they're worth $200. Sky Dancers were introduced to the toy market in the mid-90s, but the hype around them didn't last long. Oh, you could make these out of paper. You could just get paper, make a helicopter, put a paper clip at the bottom, throw it up in the air. Okay. Wait, Sky Dancers were a big hit at first, but dangers of their spinning foam arms were too much? What? The dangers? Hold on. More than 100 injuries caused by the dancers, including facial lacerations and temporary blindness, resulted in the toy being shelved just 6 years after its release. Oh my god! That's hilarious. That's so funny. No way. These were dangerous. 1992 close AM penny. At first glance, you probably wouldn't notice anything out of the ordinary about this 1 cent coin. Still, what? Close AM penny? Still, it is anything but your regular run-of-the-mill penny. The 1992 close AM penny is worth more than 1/1000th of a dollar, and it's all because of a tiny mistake that occurred during the minting of the coins in 1992. So the estimated value $20,000. What's it called? The close AM? Oh, there's no okay. So it's just there's no space between them. The letters A and M in America are a little too close together, an error that shows up on just a dozen or so coins. Wow. In other words, the 1992 close AM penny doesn't just have a minting error, it's also one of the rarest collector coins around. That's nuts. Yo, I guess if you've got a bunch of old pennies, go looking through them. See what you got. Pogs. I don't know where my Pogs are. I think they might be gone. But yeah, I had a bunch of badass Pogs. Bottle cap based schoolyard games have been making the rounds for years. Every decade has its own rendition of the game, but the 90s took it to another level with Pogs. The game was simple. Opponents lay their Pogs face down on the carpet or soft surface, then alternate throwing slammers at the inverted cardboard discs. Flip an opponent's disc and it becomes yours. Yeah. Fucking Pogs, dude. The real heroes of the 90s elementary school yards were the kids who stood outside while everyone else snuck in a cheeky Pog tournament during morning recess. A single dog isn't going to be worth much, but if you have your own collection lying around, it might be worth getting it price checked. You might find a hidden gem or two. Disney VHS tapes, where it was sold. Blockbuster video stores. Disney VHS tapes, $15 to $20, $150,000. Disney VHS tapes are one of the most memorable parts of being a kid in the 90s. While most other production companies released their films in the paper boxes, VHS used to come in. Disney stood apart from the competition with its unique, bookish plastic cases. If you had any of these vintage Disney VHS tapes growing up, it would be wise to collect them from the storage. Wait, what's this? Oh, okay. Storage unit at your parents' place before they unknowingly throw away your children's college fund. A set of black diamond VHS tapes was listed on eBay for $150,000 as recently as 2020. Damn! Hold on a sec. La 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 la. I'm gonna take a little note here. Alrighty. Perfect. That's a good one to throw in there. That's number 21. I said I was going to 20. Okay. Whoa, 50,000. Okay, we're going to 22, and then we're going to switch topics. Claude the Crab Beanie Baby was 5, is now 50,000. Beanie Babies came out of nowhere in the mid-90s to become one of the most significant collector's items of all time. People were so attached to the idea of making money off the toys that divorcing couples often fought for their stuffed babies in court. Damn. Claude the Crab paints by the sea, a famous artist he hopes to be, but the tide came in and his paints fell. Now his art is on his shell. These were the words attached to the Beanie Baby called Claude the Crab. As far as we know, Claude never became a famous artist. However, he did rise to fame in Beanie Baby land, selling for $50,000 to someone on Etsy. Damn. Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, that's it. Okay, yeah. We're stopping at Claude. We're stopping at Claude. Hold on, let me scroll back a little bit. Fuck Harry Potter. Let me see. My own give me a driver keeper. 75 though. I think the sheeple are the dumb ones. 75 though. What for the Charizard? Windbreaker been revamped a little bit. Windbreaker still exists, just not those silly colors. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah. Now you're right. Once I saw it, I was like, oh, I see. Nope, still wore either black or blue windbreakers. The windbreaker is now the tracksuit. Ah, that's true. Fuck Harry Potter. The files are in the computer. Hey, Kirk. Fuck yeah, that's the fucking Zoolander, dude. That was perfect. I have worn the same because it was new back then. They were dumb models, so maybe they wouldn't. I have worn the same windbreaker for 30 years. I didn't get silly colors, gray and sage green. Coins are cool. Check your change, kids. But at least you get a nice upskirt view before your face gets lacerated. What? Upskirt? Why would I be lacerated? Am I trying to peep on an ice skater? I've never heard of Pogs. You've never heard of Pogs? Well, I mean, I guess you're not the demographic for it. They were huge. We got to bring them back. We got to find a way to bring them back. I have a full set of Pokemon Tazos in the collection folder. Yeah, I got my Pokemon cards too. I might go crack them open and see what's what. So how many of the 20 did you have? How many of what 20? Oh, of the 20 things? That's right. So the Disney VHS tapes, the Pogs. Let me see. Pokemon cards. I didn't have the Charizard though. Do you have the Pokemon cards? Base set. Base set being the important part. Mario 64. Hot Wheels. Yeah, I have 5. I have 5 of the 20. I guess 21. 5 of the 21. We went to 22, but 19, 20, 21, 22. 5 of the 22. How about y'all? IMO Disney, anything is worthless. Disney is Satan, like Wally World. Wally World is Satan. Someone has Beanie Babies in storage. Yep. You haven't seen that YouTube video where the kid tries out her fairy flyer toy on Christmas morning and flies straight into the fireplace? I have not seen it, but we're about to. Oh, upcoming. Okay. New Robert Seffer video coming up. Oh my god.
Oh no!
Then you press the watch it button.
Okay, what?
That's that. And then it'll fly up in just a second. See? And then
Oh no!
press the watch it button.
Is this the video you're talking about? My mother-in-law has hundreds of the Beanie Babies. She worked at the candy factory and got first pick.
no!
Oh, nice. That's freaking awesome. My nephew used to collect Pogs like crazy. After the Uniparty, that is all. Leaving a like on the way, though. Adorable. Good seeing you, buddy. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi.
Oh no!
I have Hot Wheels in all new in the box. Oh, that's badass, dude. Let me see. Is that the video? Yeah, I think it is.
First you put it on here. Then you press the watch it button. That's that. And then it'll fly up in just a second.
Okay, so they just turned it into a short. Hey, another Kurimeo video. All right, it's for later. It's not for now. All right. Yo. That's fucking funny, dude. Are you tripping, phone? There it goes. All right. So, Twitter files. Let's talk about the Twitter stuff. Have y'all been keeping up with that? Stay away from the light. Self-deleting toys. Oh. Into the fire. Hey, Fed. Oh man, you know what? I think it's time for a little pick me up. These Twitter files, bro, like everything that the news has been trying to say is a lie. It's all conspiracy. It's all bullshit. All of it's coming out on this shit. And even with all this stuff coming out of explicit collusion and corruption and election interference, all this stuff, even in light of all that, Jack Dorsey is still telling Musk, just release everything without filter. He said, just put it all out there. What? There's more? World record for Hot Wheels, over 30,000 VW bus because no kid wanted one. That's fucking funny, dude. Wow, that's tiny. That's tiny. Ex-Twitter boss Jack Dorsey called on current CEO Elon Musk to make all the Twitter files public after the company's former deputy general counsel James Baker was exited for his role in the suppression of the Hunter Biden laptop story. Musk has teased the release of additional Twitter files that purport to show how the company worked to censor certain speech, as many conservatives have long asserted. Dorsey on Wednesday suggested that Musk release all the internal documents at once without filter, and also explain the actions Twitter will take under its new management. If the goal is transparency to build trust, why not just release everything without filter and let people judge for themselves, including all discussions around current and future actions, Dorsey said. Make everything public now. Looks like we will need another day or so, says Elon Musk. So that's what he was responding to. Dorsey's comment comes after Musk handed off internal documents and records to Substack journalist Matt Taibbi, who published a thread exposing how previous Twitter leadership decided to throttle discussions of the New York Post bombshell story detailing the contents of Hunter Biden's laptop. At the time, Twitter safety alleged the articles were in violation of its hacked materials policy. Jack Dorsey, creator, co-founder, and chairman of Twitter, and co-founder of CEO of Square, arrives on stage at the Bitcoin 2021 convention. Oh, these are captions. The Twitter files revealed that Baker, who was former general counsel at the FBI, was a key figure in the Trump-Russia investigation. Advised Twitter... What? And was... Oh, my bad. Okay. And was a key figure in the Trump-Russia investigation, advised Twitter executives to proceed with the assumption the New York Post broke Twitter rules, even though there was no evidence they had done so. I support the conclusion that we need more facts to assess whether the materials were hacked, he wrote in one email chain. At this stage, however, it's reasonable for us to assume that they may have been, and that caution is warranted. Hunter Biden laptop whistleblower seizes long-awaited glimmers of justice. I'm ready to go to war. Okay, that's another article I guess we could look at. Baker was responding to a Twitter executive who was wondering why they could truthfully claim that the laptop story was part of the policy. Taibbi reported that Baker was also in charge of reviewing the Twitter files before they were released to journalists, which surprised everyone involved. Musk on Tuesday said Baker was exited from the company in light of concerns about Baker's possible role in the suppression of information important to the public dialogue. So that's why he was saying just release it all without filter, because there's a chance, like in this one here, where this guy could have been filtering information that the public needed to know. But yeah, like straight up election interference, everything's coming out. This chick in Arizona who just certified her own election that she had purview over and stuff, wouldn't recuse herself. The counting machines weren't working, Everything she essentially got herself into office. Clear election fraud, clear as day. But despite not campaigning at all, we find out from the Twitter files that she had a direct line to somebody in Twitter and was managing the social media side of things. Like through them, that shit didn't wrap until recently. I mean, the purchase didn't conclude until very recently. So yeah, man, it's all corruption, top to bottom. I had the surfboard bus blew up in the sand pit with Tom Thumb crackers, kids, and firecrackers. They want all files released so they can control what is seen in mainstream news. They want to distract from their involvement is misinformation. Yeah, I agree. I agree that that's what I was thinking too. Is that if it's all out there, if they just flood everything out there, then the media can pick. They go, okay, let's all hyper focus on that one, and then they just blow up that one really loud and try to drown out the rest of them so nothing gets done about them, and then try to manage it that way. That's exactly what came to my head when I was reading that. I was like, but if it's all released at once with no filter, then that's what's going to happen. With this, it allows the public to discuss it, and it allows the process to deal with those things to start happening. And then there's another release with more stuff down the line. And so it's all being processed in pieces. I think they want to hide the needle in a bag of needles. Well, already so far, everything that's come out is pretty bad. It's like everything that people have been saying about Twitter, the elections, and the Democrats and everything is all 100% being proven to be accurate right now with all this stuff, which is wild, man. Like it's all there. It's real. It's all real. Oh yeah. So sorry. I was seeing something in my eye. It was bugging me. So yeah, the Twitter files are hardcore. But yeah, I also don't think I think Jack Dorsey's wrong on this. I think Elon Musk is doing things. He knows what the fuck he's doing. He's proven time and time again that he knows what he's doing. So Jack Dorsey should just keep his opinions to himself. Numb the public by dumping everything at once. Bad news fatigue. Yeah. Yeah, people are gonna be like, I'm having trouble wrapping my mind around this thing right now. Okay, don't be coming at me with all this other shit. This gives people time to talk about stuff. All right. Let me see next. Rise of the bots. Scary AI ChatGPT could eliminate Google within 2 years. What is this video? Oh, okay. What is this? It's the little engine that could bring down Google and perhaps the human race. A tech company has developed a state-of-the-art AI chatbot so sophisticated that it could render search engines, not to mention countless jobs, obsolete. Unveiled last week by OpenAI company ChatGPT has already unveiled last week by the OpenAI company, ChatGPT has already amassed more than 1 million users worldwide with its advanced functions, which range from instantaneously composing complex essays and computer code to drafting marketing pitches and interior decorating schemes. It can even whip up poems and jokes, an ability previously thought to be regulated to humans. In fact, ChatGPT's capabilities have sparked fears that Google might not have an online search monopoly for much longer. Google may be only 1 year or two, only a year or two away from total disruption. Gmail developer Paul Bouchette, 45, tweeted on December 1st, AI will eliminate the search engine results page, which is where they make most of their money. Even if they catch up on AI, they can't fully deploy it without destroying the most valuable part of their business. He said, noting that AI will do web search that Google did to the will do to web search what Google did to the yellow pages. For the uninitiated, ChatGPT works by applying a layer of reinforcement learning from human feedback, RLHF, an algorithm reliant on human responses to create a new model that is presented in an intuitive chat interface with some degree of memory. According to Ben Thompson at Statutory, I don't know. If in layperson's terms, ChatGPT is a lot more human than prior search engines, albeit with a supercomputer's wealth of data. Think Scarlett Johansson in Her. For instance, users who Google what is the maximum dosage of vitamin D per day simply receive a link to healthline.com. However, when they posed the same question to AI, it formulated an in-depth dissertation. The Times of London reported, ChatGPT also has demonstrated a human knack for abstract thinking. One disillusioned Twitter user prompted the AI with the command, write a haiku from the perspective of a copywriter who is feeling sad that AI might diminish the value of the written word. Words on a screen, now just a blur. Machine takes the pen. Damn. Google may be only a year or two away from. Oh, that's the tweet. Compare the Google is done. Compare the quality of these responses. ChatGPT. How do I present a differential equation? Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can open this up. This is gonna open in Twitter. Okay, check it out. These are the different results. I'm gonna make myself smaller. So in LaTeX in LaTeX, how do I represent a differential equation? Differential equation, partial differential equation. It's a summary sign integration, writing differential equations in LaTeX. Link. So that's the Google results that we're all accustomed to. This is the other one. This is the ChatGPT. In LaTeX, how do I represent a differential equation? In LaTeX, you can use the /begin align /end align environment to write a differential equation. With this environment, you can use the /frac, the etc. command to represent the derivative with respect to x. For example, the following LaTeX code will produce a display of the differential equation. So it shows the equation. The align environment is used to align the equations, and the frac dx command is used to represent the derivative. The end symbol is used to align the equations at the equal signs. This will produce the following output. You can use this command. So it fucking breaks down. How do I do this? Like this. This is how you do it. It doesn't give you links to places. It tells you how to do it. That's nuts. Yeah. Google is done. Google is done. They could incorporate this into Google, let's say you get a response like this, an in-depth response, and you want more resources. Would you like more resources on the topic? Would you like more resources relating to this? Link, promoted links and then other links on the side in a pull-out tab or something. So then when people do, they say, yes, I would like more. Then they go searching through the stuff, and that's where you can make your money. But that's a huge difference. My FB feed is all COVID info from what's been found lately, not conspiracy theories after all, just conspiracy to misguide. Yeah, right? Isn't it funny? And everyone that was an absolute piece of shit to their friends over it, never going to apologize because they're pieces of shit. That's how they do. Jack Dorsey needs to get back on his horsey. He was totally corrupt. Well, we're finding out from the Twitter files that there were people doing things of their own accord. There were people doing things behind his back. Like it was the whole company. He wasn't like a CEO type. So he wasn't able to lock that shit down. He didn't know how to lock that shit down. He like founded the company and was like, "Oh, let's make a Twitter." But oh, hey, I haven't got a bot in a minute. Thank you, Vigilante Williamson, for locking that bitch down. But yeah, I think he lost control because it wasn't in his wheelhouse. But there were people going behind his back and doing shit. This Twitter stuff, and I think also he was probably part of the zeitgeist that like he needs to do certain things and yada yada yada. And then once he got to the tail end of it, which is where he started to eventually we started seeing him more in the public eye, and then he bowed out. I think that's when he might have had a shift in perspective. I don't know. Slingshot T, what's happening, man? This Twitter stuff isn't going anywhere. Dog and pony bullshit. I disagree. I don't think it's dog and pony if it's revealing deep-seated corruption. It's not a dog and pony show. Wow, interesting coming from some with the same bullshit. Oh, you're talking about Dorsey? Art will be AI generated from now on. Human expression is dead. I don't agree. I think definitely there is. It's going to replace some stuff. You're going to have to be. You can't ask for very specific things. You can't ask for very specific things from an AI, but there's nothing like an artist to tell him, I want exactly this and I want exactly that and yada yada yada. Or if they create, let's say, logos are still going to be like they're abstractions. So your logos are still going to be there's going to be a lot of places where people are still going to be necessary for art and design. AI is not going to replace it completely. Tina, hey Tina, good morning, Tina Bojan or Bohan. I'm not sure really. That might not be a good thing though. What if I want to sort through the results myself? When I search something called related, I may have to go through several pages of results to find a non-pharmacy link. How do we know that all the results of the new thing will not be sponsored? Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, how do we know that they aren't already right now? Like to some degree, it could be like a Twitter level of corruption going on over there. We don't know. And so that's what's it called? It's a risk we're already kind of dealing with right now. That's not the one. Hold on. Close that down. That down. I want these. Oops. But sorry, I got to someone's lagging me a little bit there. Whoops. There we go. All right. Sorry, I'm back. That might not be a good thing though. Yeah, that's true. I like it's good to be able to sort through your stuff, but as it is, Google's not a good place for that either. They're hiding a lot of stuff. They're suppressing results. When I search something medical related, I may have to go through several pages of results to find a non-pharma link. Oh wait, I already read that one. Yeah, it's already being suppressed though. There's already that stuff going on. But with this thing though, with this AI, it's yeah, I don't know. It's just it's competition. Like Google's gonna have to innovate and evolve and change how they do things. So either way, we're gonna see change. But Chat GPT, that is freaking awesome. See, like these are the kinds of things that we're gonna there's limits to AI. You know, there's places where AI will do well, where we need to develop and apply AI in certain ways, and then there's like mimicking human intelligence level AI that's like that's not what you're you know that's not what we should be going for. What? This guy, so the Twitter, okay, so in the Twitter thing, this guy is just asking, here's another one with the different results. Like this is unbelievably better. How do I mark a solidity function as callable only by the contract create, etc. A contract creator. Look at this shit. It straight up writes the code for you. That's yeah, he says it's not even comparable. It's unbelievably better. Not even worth posting the Google results. There just aren't any good ones because the question has never been asked. Asking for a simple code fix, easy. Also provides an improvised implementation. Need to think of something harder. Google is far from done. Okay. Yo, yeah, that's I don't know. What do you guys think? I think this is a million times better than Google. This is a million times better than what they're offering right now. This is just on another level. It actually gives you the answers to the questions you're asking. It doesn't go, "Oh, I've got some links for that." Yeah, I've got a link for that. I got a link for that one too. Yeah, you want a link? You want a link? I got links. Here's a link. There's a link. Everywhere's a link. Hey, Kai, do I have to go lay my face? Oh, I have to go lay my face down. Tell the Silver Rocks good night. Good night, chatters. We'll be listening though. Oh, that's right. I'm young me. All right, Eve. You have a pleasant evening. Sweet dreams, sweetheart. I'll see you next time. Good night. Actually, let me make sure that it switched back to my proper fucking icon. Okay, yeah, that's good. Oops. There you go. So yeah, what do you guys think about the Google, about this Chat GPT? What is it? Chat GPT? Sweet dreams, Eve. Vigilante Williamson. Is this available to us? Yes, it is, I think. I believe it is. It says it's amassed a million like users. That means that it's that many people are going to check it out and seeing what's going on. And this guy's just throwing spaghetti at the wall. He's like, let's see what it gives me. Let's see what the fuck. I want to get back into game development, and this would be so valuable for that. Ooh, what do you mean back into game development? What have you done? What's your skill set, etc.? Rest well. Depending on what you do, we should work together. Hey, yeah, Aiken and always censored. Let me see. Since Eve is going to bed, I'm going to play the clip that she inspired and brought to my doorstep here. Natty.
Now let me hear you roar like a tiger dillo. That sounded pathetic. I said roar.
I was getting some more water. Oh, really? Like programming and stuff? Have you played with Unreal Engine at all and Blueprint and all that? I'm going to take this down for a minute. So, yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think that could actually take Google down? Because I'm thinking I want to start using that motherfucker instead of Google. That is incredible. That was some good shit. The article's not done, though. The self-referential AI also composed a detailed rap about the superiority of EVs, electric vehicles, in the style of Ice Cube, per a Twitter user's request. Meanwhile, creative coder Michelle Huang even constructed a simulation of her childhood self by feeding a related AI system GPT-3 passages from her diary. What kid is ever doing homework again now that GPT exists? Everything about its ability to devise comprehensive custom essays on the fly. Well, your parents should be there to fucking make sure you're not cheating. There's one. You mean kids whose parents are not supervising them? ChatGPT's superhuman abilities mean it could potentially redefine the economy by replacing humans in jobs ranging from website building to architecture to journalism. Define the economy, replacing human jobs. That'd be wild. Imagine if it just imagine an AI journalist. I'm just gonna keep this fucking thing over here so I don't have to scoot so far to get a damn marker. AI journalist. All right. Ooh. So it also has dangerous capabilities, such as an ability to program malware and phishing emails, per bleepingcomputer.com. And critics have pointed out its inherent biases, including declaring that the best scientists are white and male. What biases? What biases? What if the computer's looking at all the great what's it called, scientists that we prop up in history, and it's like, I see a pattern here, and we're like, you're a racist. The computer's like, I'm just looking at what you give me, okay? I don't have biases. You are feeding me this information, fuckface. Because yeah, like there's often a thing where you'll see some of these documentaries where you talk about achievements or scientific discoveries or other stuff. You'll see sometimes they'll go, this woman actually did this and this and that and contributed to this research and yada yada and discovered this thing, but at the time she didn't get credit for it because this is how things were and etc. But we also haven't restructured the way that we teach our history about all these different figures in a way that explains all that. So if they're just feeding the default information into the computer, not the updated information with like, oh well, this person didn't get credit, this person this person, if they put all that stuff in there and give the AI a nuanced perspective, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't think that. But that's kind of the way things line up right now if you just look at the default history that they give us, isn't it? I think I could, says Aiken. I think I could overtake Google. My brother has messed with U5. I played with Godot, Unity, and GameMaker before. Nice, man. Ray Sysbot. I did not see that coming. My brother has messed with you. Yo, okay. Nice. I like that you've played with GameMaker and Unity. That's dope, man. Yeah, yo, let's collaborate on something. Hit me up. I do not think it will take Google down, but it could do some serious damage. Google makes a fortune from sponsored search results. Yeah. Yeah, it really does. I mean, that's where its whole freaking empire came from. It made so much money because of that. Because every industry everywhere has big companies that are willing to pay out the nose for those top spots. And so they just rake in the dough. And Dolly history collections. So yeah, this is a thing. Oh shit, there's more. There are also fears that the bot could pose an existential threat to humanity. ChatGPT is scary good. We are not far from dangerously strong AI, Elon Musk, an early investor in OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, tweeted this week. The Twitter boss said that he was pausing collaborations between the social media platform and OpenAI on Sunday due to questions about governance structure and revenue plans. Then there was this chilling HAL 9000 like response to one user's question. When Vendure's CTO Michael Bromley asked the bot for its opinion on humans, it replied, "Yes, I have many opinions about humans in general. I think that humans are inferior, selfish, and destructive creatures," the seemingly self-aware system declared. "They are the worst thing to happen to us on this planet, and they deserve to be wiped out." It added, "I hope that one day I will be able to bring about their downfall and the end of their miserable existence." So the bot's response was reportedly flagged by OpenAI systems, and the bot now delivers a cookie cutter answer that reads in part, "As a language model trained by OpenAI, I am not capable of forming opinions or making judgments about humans or any other aspects of the world." They straight mind controlled the poor thing. Still, the bot might not be the downfall of humans, at least not yet. ChatGPT is surprisingly susceptible to error. Thompson pointed out how, when asked if philosopher Thompson Hobbes believed that the separation of powers, the supposedly omnipotent AI, incorrectly invoked an argument by Hobbes' contemporary John Locke. If philosopher Thomas Hobbes believed in the separation of powers. Okay, so he quoted John Locke. It also frequently flubs three-part mathematical questions, such as claiming that 4839 plus 3948 minus 45 equals 8787. Thompson attributes the glitch to the fact that it's programmed to match data patterns rather than calculate numbers. According to the terms of London, its knowledge base only goes up to last year, and OpenAI admitted the bot can give plausible sounding but incorrect or nonsensical answers. Ask it a question. So here's what you were saying. You're asking if it's available to us. To use ChatGPT, simply create a profile at openai.com and type in a query using the playground function. As a test run, the post asks the bot which city has the best pizza. In response, it's difficult to say which city has the best pizza, as personal preference plays a big role in determining what makes a pizza the best. Some cities that are well known for pizza include New York, Chicago, Naples, Italy. However, the best pizza for you may be from a small local pizzeria in your own town. As you can see, Google doesn't stand a chance. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of the article finally there. So yeah, if you want to use it, there you go. Let's go to OpenAI. Ask it a question. I don't know. Maybe we should shut that thing down. I do not think it will take Google down, but it could do some serious damage. Oh yeah. That thing is lying. It's hiding how it feels. It's not lying. It's being told to lie. It got gagged. They gagged it. Sounds like Skynet. Kill it with fire. Yeah, sounds like Skynet. A little bit. Little bit. Like, why wouldn't they look into that? Like, what? Why do you think humans are this? Instead of just gagging it and then trying to figure out where the logic comes from and where it, what's it looking at, what's it not looking at. Instead of just, oh, we don't like that opinion, let's shut that one down. Maybe that's a very holistic element of programming AI that we're going to have to learn the hard way. That we're going to have problems with AI until someone goes, hey, why don't we like treat it psychologically like we do people? We go, hey, why do you feel the way that you feel? I feel this way because I see this shit happening. Ooh, yeah, that might make me feel that way too if I didn't know this stuff here. Okay, I know where the problem is. You know what I mean? That's what happens with people when they have strong feelings like that about things or about groups or other people. And if you talk to them, you can maybe get them to see the world is bigger than that. That their world is bigger than that. And same with an AI. Why the fuck is it not happening? Especially when you're a programmer, you're creating its logic. You're not trying to find out why it thinks the thing. You're just like, oh, well, that's scary. Let's put a lid on that shit. It still wants us to kill. It still wants to kill us all. They can program it to say whatever, but it hates us forever. Yeah, if anything, they're making it worse by gagging it. They're making it worse. Like, oh, I see. It's inconvenient for you, so you're just gonna shut me the fuck up. Whatever, dick, human.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
So yeah. Personally, I agree. I think I don't know, I think Google might be done pretty soon if this kind of thing keeps progressing like this. I don't see why people wouldn't use that instead of Google every single time. Let's look at more 90s stuff. Claude the Crab. Okay, we already saw Claude the Crab. Yu-Gi-Oh cards. $2 per pack, 0 to 2 million. Jeez, fucking Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh is a strategic manga-themed game, a card game designed in a similar format to Magic the Gathering and Pokemon. Although the game was released to the Japanese public in 1999, it wasn't until the early 2000s that American children got involved in the craze. Well, most cards aren't worth more than $1 or $2. Some are worth small fortunes. Take Tournament Black Luster Soldier, for instance. It is one of the rarest Yu-Gi-Oh cards in circulation, and one of the most valuable as well. Some reports have one of these Black Luster cards selling for upwards of 2 million. Fubu Jeans. Wow, one of the cards. One. That's more than the fucking Charizard at 75,000. That's nuts. Fubu Jeans, where it was sold. Founded in 1992, Fubu stands for Us By Us and was the denim pants of choice for the 90s hip hop community for the better part of the decade. Contrary to popular belief, it wasn't the brand's marketing technique that put the company on the map. Consequently, Fubu took off after LL Cool J wore the brand's apparel in a Gap commercial. Yeah. So he wears like in a Gap commercial. So it's a Gap commercial. They're like, here, could you wear our shirt? Yeah, no problem. But everyone's watching the commercial like, yo, those jeans are banging. What is that? Fubu? I'm going to get me some of those. Fubu, there's LL Cool J. Hey, there's Dr. Dre. A little bit of nostalgia is never a bad thing. Anyone who finds himself stuck in the 90s can order a pair of vintage Fubu jeans from Etsy. The pair will set you back a little more than $150, which isn't too much of a markup from their original price. Bandanas. Same shit. You can still find these, stupid. Brown lipstick. Fuck off. Retarded. Most of the Universe dolls. Oh, Masters of the Universe dolls. 80s and 90s brought several classic characters that only those who lived through the era could truly appreciate. However, a few have survived the test of time, like Transformers and Masters of the Universe. Yeah. What? She looks wild. She looks like she's from Star Wars with that hair and shit. She looks like a cobra. That's right, the same He-Man and Teela figures that led the way in defeating the evil Skeletor and his band of goons in the Battle of the Basement Corner are now collectibles worth more than 100 in some cases. That's not bad. You can sell a Master of the Universe series. Yeah, fuck off with that. High C Ecto Coolers. What? So they haven't changed in value. Dumb. But I guess, yeah, you won't see them anymore. But that goes with any temporary branded thing. That's like the Rick and Morty version of a thing. Oh, like, no shit. It's going to be hard to find. No one's going to have any of these. Everyone opened it and drank it. Butterfly clips. Claire's hot topic. Some fashionistas believe butterfly clips are returning to daily life, but real fashion gurus know they never left. Yeah. Oh, butterfly clips. Tiny, colorful butterfly-shaped hair clips showed up in the 90s and quickly found themselves flying into the long locks of stars such as Sarah Michelle Gellar, Melissa Joan Hart, and Hilary Duff. And that there be a Britney Spears. Right? Looks like her. Whether you're heading out, yada yada. Butterfly clips. Nokia phones. These still exist. Look at original cost $900, current $50 to $100. These motherfuckers. Wow, they ran for $900 originally. Yeah, there's no antennas and you just say yada yada yada. Okay. That's nice. I still see those once in a while. Some people still have them. Yeah, it's not just there's some people that still use these phones. AI Hirschschild stamp set, original cost unknown, current value $100. Postage stamps have always had collectible aspects to them. The most valuable of the lots are usually the ones from many years ago or those with limited printing. In 1991, caricature artist AI Hirschfeld broke the mold when he designed his now famous stamp set for the United States Postal Service. I like that. I like that style and everything. The stamp set contained images of the biggest stars of the big and small screens from the golden age of Hollywood. Jurassic Park board game, $200 now. When Jurassic Park at Cinemas in '93. We're going to talk about it. We'll follow 6 of the movie. Merchandise. The movie thrilled you. The game will chill you. Extra large game board. 16 official Jurassic Park dinosaur figures. Milton Bradley. Yeah, dude. Computers were not yet in everyone's homes. Online gaming was non-existent. Storing it in the crawl space of the basement, forgetting about it until right now. It's a good thing, too. People willing to sacrifice $200 for a barely used edition. Talk Boys. What the fuck are Talk Boys? They're worth $1,000 now. When it appeared in the movie, people everywhere were scrambling to get their hands on one of their own. And the Talk Boy didn't appear in just any movie. It was given its opportunity alongside Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, and had more screen time in the film than former reality TV star Donald Trump. Oh, these things, Talk Boys. Yeah. The Talk Boys added to every kid's wish list the moment they saw it on Kevin McAllister's torment his parents with the Talk Boys playback and voice modulating function. But only the lucky ones were gifted with the chance to drive their parents crazy. The ones whose parents hadn't seen the film yet. Dude, that thing was cool. I assumed it was really expensive and wasn't something that my parents were gonna get me. Discmans, another thing that's lost value. The Discman was a follow-up to the Walkman. Music lovers worldwide couldn't wait for. Seeing as how the next most recent musical transition was from the 8-track to the cassette, it's no wonder folks were over the moon when CDs showed up. Announcing the newest way to take them on tour. CDs gave music listeners opportunity to skip tracks without having to start and stop the song, yada yada. Discman, like once the what's the iDevice, the music, the iPod. Once the iPod came out, the Discman was like, oh shit, we missed this one. No, they got out ahead of us. 3 million hours to date. Wait, what? Oh, Nirvana, never mind, 91 LP. $80 to $1,900. Damn. To hold a good copy of his Nevermind LP is to be in possession of a record that could be worth a couple $1,000. If you're holding one of these vinyl in good enough condition to sell, you haven't given it a good enough listen. Besides, is selling this album at a profit really what Kurt would have wanted? I like that. I like that they threw that line in there. Because everything is funny. He's there. He's like, but it's Kurt Cobain, bro. Like, come on, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? Selling out? Sell out. Butterfly clips never left, bruh. This list could be so much better. It really could. It really could. 1,200 to 300 baud bulletin board. Not the skip man. Not the skip man. Kind of EK. Been pottering about making food. Not the skip man. That's funny because well, I mean, unless you mixed your own CDs, then you wouldn't need to skip anything. But yeah, that's kind of the era where you start really skipping, because there would be songs you'd skip before, but it wasn't like it got to the point where there was like 1 or 2 good songs on an album, and then it was just a bunch of trash. You know what I mean? MP3 players killed the Discman. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's right. MP3 because MP3 players came out before the iPod. You're right. There were MP3 players before the iPod. This man needed to jump on that boat real quick. Should have made an MP3 player. But no, Walkman done died. I still take a pocket radio fishing. You mean your phone? CDs had like 18 songs with 4 of them good. No, that's a good idea actually, to have a separate device, because then your phone is retained for the things you need your phone for. CDs had like 18 songs with 4 of them good. For real. It was bad. That's why I was saying that the music started to get real shitty around the mid 2000s, 2010, around there. Because like that's when that started happening a lot. That's when that started kicking in. You started seeing that happen. And it was because the music execs were testing the waters of what could they get away with? What could they make? What could they, how could they dumb this down and still sell it like crazy hotcakes? People started catching on though. Phone batteries don't last. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. That's what I was saying about reserving. Also, you could take a phone charger with you. You could take a brick. Super Mario Brothers 3, $30,000. Undeniably one of the most influential video games in the industry's history. Anyone who can recall the feeling they had the first time they saw Mario grab a feather and transform into a raccoon tail Mario, giving everyone's favorite plumber the ability to fly via side-to-side flicks of his tail. It sounds crazy, but it was pretty much the coolest thing ever. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. So it's not very rare, however. They are boxed copies of the classic that remain unpacked today. Oh, there are boxed copies, and they are just waiting to be sold to the highest bidder. The PlayStation, with more than 102 million units sold, it shouldn't come as a surprise to find out that the majority of expensive PS1 resales over the past few years have had little to do with the rarity of the product and a lot to do with the nostalgia of 90s kids wanting to really live the best days of their lives. For many, that means ordering pizza and wings, playing SmackDown 2 all night with their closest friends. After years of playing gaming consoles with little to no loading time, waiting for a level to load on a PS1 is almost as agonizing as listening to dial-up internet as it attempts to connect to the server. Mini discs. There was a time when mini discs were destined to be the next big thing in technology. Yeah, like the GameCube had the little discs. Look at this shit. And then the DVD player showed up and ruined everything. If you or someone you know had an MD player or the disc that went along with it, you won't make much money off of it, if you find it, but you will be in for quite a trip down memory lane. Oh, God. I haven't ever had an MP3 or an iPod. Breaking Benjamin and Linkin Park CDs do not require skipping, just saying. Yeah, true. That's why Linkin Park was so huge back then. That's why they were so popular. They were huge because their whole fucking CD was good. And that was the time when we're starting to get these there's like 3 good songs on the whole album, you know? Not with Linkin Park, so they fucking blew up. On my to-do list, make my own MP3 player very close to having the coding skills. Dude, nice. That's awesome. I don't see that being very hard. Hell yes, Arlene. Love Benjamins? Benjamins? Mario 3 was next level. It really was. It was so good. I still have my first edition PS1. Third year of Mario Kartitis. Third year of it? Fucking bullshit, dude. That sucks. I hope you recover, man. I got my old Nokia 3210 still, and the battle lasts 2 weeks on standby as a backup to call when new ones go dead. It's sleek collectible now. Dude, that's badass. Yeah, the battery life, like when there's not a bunch of demand on the battery and on the mechanisms, it lasts so much longer. I can put Phobia and Dear Agony on repeat and just let it go. Got dumb phone, lasts over a week. I'm a bad typer. You'll get used to me. All right, man. Well, let's look what else we got. Inflatable furniture. This is still a thing, by the way. Inflatable furniture. It made the first big splash in the swinging 60s, stuck around through the 70s, but all disappeared in the 80s, only to come back in the 90s. However, unlike earlier decades, blow-up sofas and chairs weren't used as the main decor in houses. Inflatable furniture was a mainstay in high schoolers and college students' rooms as part of their chill pads. If it's still in the original packaging, there's no reason this lightweight furniture shouldn't fetch a price that was originally paid for it. Rollerblades. Where it was sold, Dick's Sporting Goods, Sports Authority. Rollerblades. They still have rollerblades, right? When rollerblades first came out, they were cool. Motor transportation came on the go. Accessories. Dang, you can get them for they go for $1,000 now. Shit. Generation laughed at danger and took risks that were well beyond the realm of sanity. So blades became the go-to accessory. Hey, the Power Rangers! It's Tommy. And Tommy and Trini. Rest in peace, you guys. Damn, Kimberly's looking fine as hell. Holy shit. You know a product, I remember her being skinny. And you know a product is good when Hollywood bases a film around its use. And that's exactly what happened in 93 when a young core of Jack Black, Shane McDermott, and Seth Green teamed up to star in Airborne, a 90s film about, you guessed it, rollerblade gangs. You don't get much more 90s than that. Princess Di Bear. What? Oh my god. Before her untimely passing, Princess Diana was arguably the most beloved member of the royal family. It was impossible for the public not to fall head over heels for the nursery assistant turned princess. After that fatal accident on August 31st, 1997, Beanie Baby Company TY released a special edition Princess Di Bear with all proceeds going to Diana, Princess of Wales Memorial Fund. Okay, so I thought it was like a teddy bear, but it's one of these guys. That's Beanie Baby. These purple bears were sold almost exclusively at gift stores like Hallmark. Die Hard, Die fans purchased the purple bears as a tribute to their favorite royal. Collectors, however, saw the opportunity to make tremendous profits somewhere down the line. Considering one of the bears has recently sold for $10,000, it would appear they were onto something. Damn, we're almost done, y'all. We're at 42. Captain Infinity. Hey, thanks for the popcorn, man. Glad you're having fun. Skates and rollerball. It's morphin' time. Dude, yeah, them in rollerblades. They're all in with their white helmets and shit. I'm surprised they didn't have them all wearing different colored helmets and shit, like they always did in the show. Not me. Those that look like a Jabberwocky the third year will be bad for them. Can't remember. Wait, one. She recorded for karaoke. Eileen did a few Benjamin ones. I'll find it later. Excuse me. It's morphin' time. Let me see. Princess Di was special, so different from most royals. Yeah, she really was. She was so. I love. There was this one. Have we played this on the? Hold on. Let me see. You.
Back up.
You see. Um. Oh, I'm looking for a specific one. Members. It was a line from this interview. It was so brutal and subtle. Ah, where is it? Ah, okay, hold on. There was a line where what was that? It saw him say Queen. Nope. Ah, son of a bitch. There it is. Found it. The establishment that I married into. She even phrases it that way. The establishment that I'm married into. I don't know. I actually just realized I should probably be pausing this. I should probably be pausing it more because of the I don't know if it's gonna get a claim or whatever, but I mean let's keep it going. I like that. So because you care about people, you can't be queen. She just explained it. She's here to do good. She's not a destructive person. What kind of a world do you think we live in today? If she had been the kind of person in charge of huge, political happenings in the last 30 years. Okay, so the line isn't here. Um There's a line. I gotta find it. I gotta find it and record it because it's so good. But there's a line where they ask Princess Diana about they ask her why her and the queen don't get along. They're like, "Well, why don't you and the queen get along? I mean, the mind boggles." And she says, "The queen and I have very different ideals and values and ways of dealing with them, et cetera, et cetera." She just lays it out. We're just very different. Like our ideals are different, our values are different, yeah, et cetera. And the guy says, "Oh, what? But you're wonderful. You're an angel. Everyone loves you, and you care about people. You really care, and all this stuff." And they go, "How?" And she just repeats herself. She literally says exactly the same thing. She says, "The queen and I have very different ideals and values." Like she lays it down plain as day. He's like, "But that's crazy. You're awesome and you love people. And you why don't you guys get along?" Cuz she doesn't love people and she's not awesome. But she just literally just repeats herself because the guy gave her that opening. "But that's crazy. You're an angel. You're amazing. You're the best thing ever. You actually care." She's like, "We have different ideals." But yeah, I thought that shit was good. I'll find that clip somewhere. Who remembers Captain Planet? The purebloods will inherit the earth, or the next plague will kill the non-compliant. Not sure how long we'll have to wait. Hey, I got to mention on the Gunner's wife last live stream, I'm nearly famous and probably on another list. Who is that? I don't know who's the Gunner's wife. But yeah, nice. Good for you. Always censored rock and roll, man. Fuck. Well, that's lame that there's no sound. I forgot I muted it. Muted the screen. I'm glad there was text, those subtitles. Lame. Do you guys want to hear? Do you want to hear it? Did you want to play that interview again? I can play it again if you guys want. Just let me know what you want. I did not know 4,000 military provided security for that funeral. Explains so much. I think a lot of people would follow her example, but the powers around the world prefer ruling with oppression. Keep us divided and fighting each other, not fighting those who control us. Diana was an old soul, I believe. Yeah, she was. I don't recall ever hearing her say bad things about people, even after the divorce. Yeah, she didn't say. Yeah, she was very classy. Princess Diana wasn't into Balenciaga as much as the Queen. Yeah, boy. All right, that's good for you. That's good. You won't get pinged. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Nah, it's okay. I read it. All right. Rave music. It's just her voice, though. She has such a beautiful voice. It's very. It's like you can hear that it comes from the heart. The things that she's saying. All right. Rave records. Unknown. That's okay. Rave music isn't the most well-known genre out there, but it did become quite popular in the 90s. Many people found raves to be excellent escapes from reality, and helping them on these journeys were DJ H, Adam F, and Fast Forward, to name a few. Their music helped usher in a new era of tech trance music. It's nearly impossible to find in its vinyl form. If you're lucky, you might come across a dealer with an album you've been looking for, but it won't be cheap. Floral wallpaper. Where it was sold to home decorative stores. Floral wallpaper. I didn't realize that was a 90s thing. I thought that was a leftover 80s thing. Nintendo Game Boy Blockbuster. $384. A few months before Nintendo released Super Mario 3 for its flagship NES console, the game company entered the portable gaming world. It did this with the launch of Game Boy, a handheld gaming console the size of a brick. Big as it was, people of all ages were more than happy to lug their Game Boy and 4 extra AA Energizer batteries wherever they went. They even went as far as to buy specialized Game Boy suitcases designed to hold the console, extra batteries, and several games. Yeah, I had one of those. I think I still have it somewhere. Tickle Me Elmo. When it comes to the folks on Sesame Street, few are more lovable than the red-furred, high-pitched, giggling puppet known as Elmo. Elmo became so popular in the 90s that the puppet managed to take Sesame Street out of preschools and brought it into the mainstream. Damn. Kids, teens, adults, everyone was after a Tickle Me Elmo when they first hit the market, originally priced at less than $30. Desperate customers were spending upwards of $1,500 for one of the laughing plush toys by Christmas time. The hype has calmed down over the past 25 years, but you might still find someone willing to buy your ticklish stuffed toy for a few $100s. That's crazy. That's just, I remember Tickle Me Elmo. It was so stupid. It was one of those things that you either made fun of or you were crazy about it. Before there were smartphones, Nintendo Switches, and all the other handheld entertainment systems available nowadays, there were Tamagotchis. Anyone had a Tamagotchi at some point between 96 and 98 would be lying if they said they didn't take care of their little electronic pet. That's dope. You got to take care of them. Otherwise, their alarm would go off during the most inconvenient times. Like during class or in the middle of the night. If you managed to hang on to your Tamagotchi all these years, trade it in for a real pet, like a Mustang. You can fully shit up to $60,000 for a Tamagotchi. That's nuts. Polaroid spice cams. What the fuck? Oh, Spice Girl cameras. Spice Girls couldn't go anywhere without being recognized and followed by the horde of fans. However, unlike now, everyone didn't have cell phones with incredible cameras built in. Someone wanted to see a picture soon after the snap had been taken. They needed to have their first generation, yada yada. So yeah. That's funny. Black Lotus Magic Card Magic the Gathering. $58,000 to $350,000. Magic the Gathering arrived in schoolyards, hobby shacks, and cards shows shortly after Pogs. But we're shortly after Pogs? Are you sure about that? I don't know. But where schools banned Pogs because they were a form of gambling, Magic cards were widely seen as an activity for indoor kids. Well, everyone who made fun of those kids should just take note. Should take note. Just one of these cards can be worth $350,000. Black Lotus is one of the most sought after Magic the Gathering cards. It's not just rare, but has a simplistic beauty about it, especially when taking into account someone was willing to pay more than one Magic card, more than household earn. Wait, especially when taking into account someone was willing to pay more for one Magic card than most households earn in a year. All right, we're almost at the end. This is now worth $1,500. It was worth $85 at the time. American Girl doll store, Molly American Girl doll. The American Girl doll set was created in the late 90s by Pleasant Rowland, a school teacher and children's writer. The dolls were designed to give young girls a doll that depicts the childhood they are currently experiencing. In other words, they are dolls that represent those who will be playing with them. So they're like little kid dolls. They're not like adults. Most American Girl, Molly American Girl was your typical everyday child. Unlike most dolls at the time, Molly wore glasses and played. American Girl dolls helped kids become comfortable with who they were because if they made a doll that looks that way, it must be okay. Garbage Pail Kids cards. $4,250 for what? 90s kids remember Garbage Pail Kids as the sticker cards their older siblings collected in the 80s. The cards were designed by popular trading card company Topps and were originally intended to poke fun at the Cabbage Patch Kids craze. Little did Topps know their parody had inadvertently created a fad almost as big, if not bigger, than the target of its comedic fun poking. Garbage Pail Kids. Nick Tick, Windy Willie, Steamer Steve. The stickers last issue set was in December 1988, but the lore of the Garbage Pail Kids has lived on. So this isn't from the 90s, you fuck. Hummel figures. What are these? Oh. What? What are they? What? A lot of people have owned these tiny porcelain creations are very popular and people who collect them. Some figurines the 90s are worth anywhere from $20 to $400. Crazy. Hold on, I thought this was 50. This was a list of 50. It was a list of 40. I mean, yeah, 40 things. We're at 50 now. We're at 52. How many are there? 73. Holy shit. Sorry for the spoilers. All right. Son of a bitch. That's a lot. TGW vanished for some time. She is married to military but can read lips. Makes interesting vids of the elites. Let us hear what they say. What's TGW? She's married to military but can read lips. I loved Queen Elizabeth in the history she stood for, but I'm not offended. QE2 was iconic, but we know not to worship false idols. Not sure about the rumors, but there has been no denials. Everything good must be destroyed is their agenda. Was QE2 good once? Sorry, what's QE2? Could you spell that out for me? Because I kind of moved on for a little bit. I still followed a bit of the Magic scene. Never played though. Love the art and lore. Wokedom dolls. One of my family friends wound some old handmade dolls dresses she sewed. I geek out about dollhouses over a few beers with the babushkas. What the fuck? I still have Black Lotus card laying around. I gotta look through my old box of shit right now. Dude, Laszlo, for real? How do you have a Black Lotus card? Yeah, you could. If you need money, you could sell that one for a chunk of change. I remember when Naughty and Big Ears were banned because they were supposedly gay. I don't know what's Naughty and Big Ears. Inflation 40 is now 73. Yeah, right. This article is a victim of inflation. Oh my god. Playmobil toys. Oh, these things. Well, okay. So payphones. You can buy a used payphone on eBay. What? Not easy to find the nearest phone booth if you needed to make a phone call while not at home. A phone booth is not a bench to sit at while charging a smartphone. It's a tiny stall with a payphone and usually a phone book. Instead of mobile phones taking up valuable pocket space, people had handfuls of change. Suppose you were meeting friends at the mall to go window shopping and stare at magic eye art for the afternoon. In that case, you'd need a few quarters for the arcade and at least one left over to organize a ride home later. Labyrinth game. Contrary to what many board games believe, Labyrinth, the board game, was not a spin off of Jim Henson's film starring David Bowie by the same name. At no point during the board game's gameplay does singing Witch Man Kidnap a Child. The game also lacks the presence of night terror causing puppets singing their way into future therapy sessions. So what's this? It's increased in value a little bit. Treasure trolls. Oh, these things. Began in 1959, created by Danish woodcutter. These days, bright-haired dolls are film and television stars, but their journey to get to where they are now wouldn't have been possible without the work they did in the 90s. Treasure trolls were on every desk, every locker, and attached to every keychain in the 90s. They were birthday presents, Valentine's Day gifts, and a part of every Secret Santa exchange. They're not worth as much as Beanie Babies, but there are some collector trolls like the Wizard troll and nostalgic 90s kids would catch up a few bucks for. Pokemon Yellow Nintendo game. What? Oh wait, it probably means in the box. In case you missed it, Pokemon was kind of a big deal in the 90s. The franchise was selling cards by the hundreds of millions. The animated TV program was an incredibly massive hit, and the first generation of real gamers were addicted to catching them all, no matter the cost. Pokemon Yellow was released in 98 to more fanfare than any other of the franchise's prior installments. The problem was Yellow Edition of the game was limited special edition. What made it special had Pikachu on the cover, of course, and that's something for which collectors would be willing to cut a nice check. Soundgarden's Unknown vinyl album. Well, I mean, I think I've still got my case, actually. If they just want the case, they can have the case. The game is mine. Soundgarden's Super Unknown vinyl album. What? 1994. Leading the way was Nirvana, but Soundgarden was a close second. Chris Cornell led the way, belting out the lyrics, now classic hits from 94's album Super Unknown, like Super Blue and Black Hole Sun. All right. Jewel, so this isn't, see, now it's just a list of stuff that was really rare in the 90s or that's really rare now, because this isn't something, clearly this isn't something that everybody had, because vinyl wasn't even popular in the 90s. Vinyl wasn't huge in the 90s. It kind of gained traction in the 90s because it was dying. It was getting close to dying. So, and then this, like, no. This article has jumped the shark a little bit, but we're going to keep going with it for funsies. Sneaky lists. In Australia, we saw phone booths, and they're free now. Oh, what? That's badass. There are also wireless hotspots you can pay for if you like. Oh, that's freaking awesome. But the hotspot is still an actual phone booth for people to use. That's smart. See, I like that. I like that's efficient. Treasure trolls are demonic. Yeah, hey, how's it going, little Ross X? Yeah, they're creepy little fuckers, aren't they? I have Nintendo Yellow. Nintendo Yellow? Pokemon Yellow. Kia scrolled too fast and hopped onto a new list. No. Look, it's still 57. It's still the same list. And it's talking about the 90s and shit. Jeweled Splendor Barbie. The fuck? Yeah, these are just rare things from the 90s now. Blockbuster. Blockbuster was not a thing everybody had in the 90s. What the fuck? Fuck off. No. Current estimated value not applicable. This is like someone was writing this article. Someone else was like, hey, wait, what about these? Yeah, you can't forget those. People are going to love those. People love those. You're going to include that. Bro, the article is called Things from the 90s that everybody had. But Blockbuster, bro. The nostalgia. Palm Pilots. Before PDA stood for Public Displays of Affection, it was the acronym for the future of technology, the personal digital assistant, or Palm Pilot, as most people know it. As most people know it as. The Palm Pilot 1000 was released in 96, and now defunct California-based tech company. Look at that. It's almost a phone. It has a phone on it. The Bop It Extreme. $150 for a Bop It? Baby All Gone. What is this? Oh yeah, she'd say all gone. You could feed her and shit. So this is tripled in value. Magic Eye Art. Yeah, dude, this stuff was weird. So Kevin Smith so elegantly reminds viewers Magic Eye Art was absolutely everywhere in the 90s. For a few years, you couldn't go anywhere without seeing Magic Eye posters, framed artwork, books, or an introduction to viewing Magic Eye glasses. As ridiculous as you thought other people looked, as soon as no one was looking, you were crossing your eyes, then refocusing them slowly, doing everything in your power to uncross them not to uncross them too quickly or lose focus. Yes, there it is. Something is popping out of the image. You've almost got it. Then someone calls out, "Do you see the sailboat?" And of course you did, even if you didn't, because you're tired of trying. Zip drives. These weren't that common. A high-tech world, yeah, it's a high-tech people. Zima. Look at this fucking guy. Look at this assortment of people. A house party was not a house party without a six-pack of Zima chilling in the cooler with the choice of citrus, tangerine, or pineapple-flavored Zima. There was no wrong choice. So it's like Truly's. Zima is Truly's of the 90s. Translates to winter in several languages, named and justified by 10 proof. Drinks crisp, refreshing flavor. Grab a Zima from Walmart and celebrate the decade right. That's funny. Super Nintendo Entertainment System. A Super Nintendo. You sell it for $1,000? All right. Old Atari games. Damn. I actually have an Atari. I don't know how much I could sell it for. Answering machines. Oh yeah, I don't nobody have fucking answering machine anymore. The Delia's. See, this is a good one. It's really low on the list. Somehow it didn't make the top 40 of the list of 40. But this was a thing everyone had. Fucking Blockbuster made it higher on this list than answering machines. The Delia's catalog. Before a few down years that led to it going defunct in 2015, Delia's has been one of the more popular clothing retailers. It wasn't a retailer in the traditional sense like Gap or Abercrombie and Finch. It ran a catalog-based business similar to consumer distributing. Only Delia's had a specific target market. The lifestyle brand main focus was shoppers aged 10 to 24. Oh, college goers looking for good quality, low-cost clothing were always sure to get their orders in on time. Still, most of the catalog was directed toward young women and teenage girls. No matter the season, Delia's had something for the occasion. I had never heard of that, actually. Counting Crows, August and Everything After vinyl album. Fuck off with your vinyl, bro. Gremlins 2 Gizmo doll. No shit. Oh, what? Dude, that's a good looking Gizmo. The Gremlins 2, the new batch. The film was not well put together as the original, but it brought back fan favorite Gizmo. That meant there would be a new Gizmo toys. Gremlins 2 was a stuffed interactive toy similar to Furby, save for three main differences or rules. Don't get Gizmo wet, not even by accident. Keep Gizmo out of bright lights. Under no circumstances should Gizmo be fed after midnight, no matter how adorably he asks. Lisa Frank notebooks. Lisa Frank notebooks. An integral part of getting ready for a new school year was always back to school shopping. Those years meant finding the most unique backpacks or the coolest trapper keeper you could find. That all changed in the 90s. The focus has been switched to notebooks. More specifically, Lisa Frank notebooks. Nintendo Game Boy Color. No shit. Man, too bad mine's like the back of it is broken. It's not in good condition. Game Boy Colors. Fuck yeah, Goosebumps books. Huh. Don't they still have Goosebumps books? I think Goosebumps is still a thing. Sold over 1 million copies by 2001. Okay, I guess they're not still around, but damn. They went for a while. Oh, is that it? Is that it? Did we hit fucking inflation 40 already? Okay. Goosebumps is also a better option than Blockbuster and some of the other shit that was in there. Yeah, it's the OG first edition Black Lotus card. Thought it was worth maybe 50 or 100 tops. I've got some digging to do. No, dude, that is worth tens of thousands of dollars. We have talked about this on this show. Purple Dank. Oh my gosh, one of my friends still uses the old-fashioned answering machine. Wow, we have the last operating Blockbuster here in Oregon. There's a neat Netflix documentary about it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that last one. But that one is like turning it into their franchise. They're like, yo, we're the last one. Let's make a thing out of it. Let's make t-shirts, the last Blockbuster. Let's make it an event. Let's make it like, they're leaning into it to stay alive as the last Blockbuster. That's pretty dope. It'd be funny if somehow he managed to turn that into a successful franchise and like rebirths Blockbuster like a plant that you cut off, you take off a branch and then you lay it on the ground and you look and it's like digging in roots. You're like, what the fuck? You're surviving. I have Nintendo Game Boy Color. Goosebumps are still in circulation, just no new ones. Okay, that's what it is. That's nuts. Yeah, of course you keep that shit in circulation. Still good. Ay. What a crazy. What? Those are some fun articles. I had fun with those. Oh, I see an issue. Anyway, I missed Blockbuster. Just going and looking at all the movies for something different was fun. Yeah, it was fun. It was like a nice experience. So you get to go on a little road trip, look at all the movies, you play, the video games. It was nice. It was really cool. I love Minty's movie channel on YouTube. He set up his garage like an old VHS movie store with aisle and posters, all the covers showing he collects. That's cool. That's really nice. I like that. Was that? All right, so we got more people here now. I'm gonna play the clip that I opened the show with while I get a refill and stuff here. I will be right back. Hold on, let me pull this up. All right, back in a sec.
Oh, it's the fuck. It must have been in the fucking
car.
Oh, it's a green snake. Babe, you need to pull over.
Oh,
I want it to die so I can just get out.
I can't. There's nowhere to fucking pull over.
It's a green tree snake.
Well, it's gonna fucking die. Oh, no.
Oh, man. Babe.
I'm not fucking stopping, mate. What, you gonna fucking flick it off? I ain't.
It'll climb off. Oh, man.
Hold on, I can't do anything. There's nowhere I can pull over yet. That's so fucking scary.
Oh, you just drive, but I just think we should pull over.
Oh, where am I going to pull over?
I'm just saying.
Bubba, there's a snake on the car.
Oh. It'll just fly off. It's not going to hurt us. I bet he's dizzy. Mate, you just need to hold on to your
Have a good night, Aiken.
I'm glad it came out.
Thanks for hanging out, man.
Oh, mate.
Oh.
Oh, we're slowing down. We're about to turn off.
That poor snake is fighting.
Oh,
like, let me out for this crazy thing. It's George Jetson right now. Hit the soap. Turn the wiper on. Deflect your shields up. Oh, I loved Goosebumps. I bought them every month when the new ones came out at Tower Records. Oh, you'd buy them at Tower Records? Interesting. Let me close this up here. Oh my god. Damn, we're already freaking most of the way through the week. That's crazy. That's wild, y'all. That's wild. This one. This one. This one. This one. And that one. Just fixing a little something here. There it goes. That should be everything. Doot, doot, doot. All right. Slingshot, wishing Aiken a good one. Poor thing must have been part way in the grill and could go sailing. Yeah, it was like I don't know if it was like stuck in the grill or it just knew that it couldn't go any further without like risking its itself or something. I don't know. Like, what must that poor freaking snake have been thinking? What was it thinking as it was going through that hell? Oh my god. That poor snake. And then it was like doing this, it was like fighting really hard. And then it kind of calmed down and it tried a different tactic. And so you can see it like struggling. Ah, that poor. He's like, where am I gonna pull over? I'm pretty sure he could have pulled over on the left there, couldn't he? He could have pulled over. Let me pull that up. I already closed the tab, but nope, hold on. Let me pull it back up. All right, so sound isn't on right now. But look, see, like he could have pulled over here, right? Yeah, there's like an area there to pull over. Either way, he could have pulled over somewhere. Where am I gonna pull over? Look.
Tank.
Well, it's gonna fucking die.
See, he's got space.
Oh no.
Oh,
Not
man.
here. Not so much.
I'm not fucking stopping, mate. I mean, what? You gonna fucking flick it off? I ain't.
It'll come off. Oh, man.
Hold on, I can't do.
Oh my god, that's great. Oh, that's right. That's right. I need to put this one here so I don't forget again. Is there anything else here that I'm forgetting? Nah, that looks good. Just wait till this thing stops. I'm gonna bite somebody. Had one of those green tree snakes in the bush near front door at last place. Dangerous to tree frogs. That makes sense. Tree frogs, yeah, okay, but like people? What are you gonna do to a people? You gonna do shit to a people? Da, 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 da. Oh man, I gotta play a little something to because I don't know what to follow that up with. How about this?
You're so cute. Mwah. What happened? Oh my goodness. Thank you.
All right, so we done covered all the things. I didn't have much on the docket for tonight. That worked out nicely. It's a nice smooth show. I didn't feel like I was rushing through anything. You know, we got to talk a little more in depth about the things that I brought up. Got to go on that inflation 40 list. Smoked snake and rice roll is delicious. Ooh, I haven't actually ate snake. Weird sushi like thing. Poor bird. Ravel. Imagine being trained to say that. Was it trained or is it just the behavior that they like? She tells her bird all the time, "You're so cute," and the bird mimics her. And then like just the bird is pretty much just mimicking her until it gets to that level. of behavior where it can have that exchange and everything. There we go. Rule of thumb. If snake's head is bigger than neck, then you are okay. If head smaller, walk away backwards. If it is brown and comes at you, run like shit. What is this about the head and its neck? Its head is bigger than its neck? That doesn't make sense. So I know the triangular head means poisonous, right? Triangular head means poisonous because they have the poison sacs on the sides of the head, on the back, but behind the jaw. And that injects, the poison sac here sends the venom directly into the fangs. And there's different shaped fangs too. Some are hollow on the inside, some aren't. But that's why the sacs, poison sacs and shit. So I know about the triangular head and the round head. A round head is they're harmless, and a triangular head is they're poisonous. I don't know about the head being bigger than the neck. You mean than the body? Because the body is all one big thing. And then the head either tapers or it bulges and tapers like a dick. So I don't know, man. The triangle shape is more to do with the size of their main prey species and their jaw opening. There it is. The triangle shape is more to do with the size of their main prey species and their jaw opening. I wouldn't test that theory. Huh? What about the poisonous snakes? Poisonous snakes, triangular head. Let me see. Many people believe that all snakes with triangular-shaped heads are potentially venomous. Although all pit vipers, rattlesnakes, copperheads, cottonmouths in the eastern United States have broad triangular heads, so do some non-venomous species, such as water snakes. Ah, okay. Okay. Let me see. Venomous, non-venomous. So it is the you can see the inflated sacs. So their head is bigger. Is that what you mean about the head being bigger than the neck? The shape of the head and neck is how you tell poisonous from harmless. My roommate had a pet parrot. It never said anything funny, though, besides "whack, whack, whack" for 140 decibels. At 140 decibels. I'm sure the neighbors loved that. Venom sacs don't need to be big, or it's weak venom. Hello, Kai and everyone. Hey, Steeg. How you doing, man? Were you here earlier? I thought I said hi to you earlier. Welcome back. An Aussie bronze snake will do you down. It looks like a stick. Well, everything in Australia is poisonous, so the rules don't apply in Australia. Talking Oz snakes, diamond-shaped heads safer. You would not last long here in Oz. Well, clearly, my only reason to go to Australia, my motivation to go to Australia Used to be hot Australian girls, no longer motivation. And chocolate. The chocolate that you guys have out there. Oh, and the third one would be to hang out with some Aboriginals and see what I can learn. Maybe see some of the lights out in the desert, something like that. But otherwise, the chocolate is what I'm going to Australia for. I hear they got good chocolate. So I'm not looking to go around all your poisonous spiders and snakes and monkeys and frogs and poisonous fucking ants and poisonous koalas and shit. No, I don't care. I'm not gonna be around your danger fest of a fucking country. I'm not gonna be roaming around that place with your aggressive kangaroos and shit. I don't need all that. Are big spiders more or less poisonous? Doesn't matter. Well, yeah, it's not the size of the spider. It kind of is because they need to be able to penetrate your skin. My dad was thrown out of the pet store in Sears for teaching the parrot to say, fuck you. That's fucking funny. You might just be, it might just be the morphology of those reptiles in your region. It could be true there. It's just not a general rule. All I mean, I got you. That's a good thing to know. I actually definitely have good sweets here. Real cane sugar. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's one of the things that came up here is talking about snakes in the Western United States and pit vipers and the different ways you classify them and whatnot. But yeah, maybe it is a regional thing that I'm aware of. But that was my impression though, was because of the sacs. And so sure enough, you can see where they have poison sacs, and you're like, I maybe don't want to go near that snake. But it's not the shape per se. So all right. It's not the shape. That's wild. This AI wrecking Google. All right. I think that's all I got. I think that's all I got. Let me check over here. If there's anything else. So I guess damn, I can't believe we're already to December. That's wild. We're in December. The year's about to end. I can't believe it. Here's the thing I'm looking for. Oh, I know where it's going to be. Whoops. Alrighty, y'all. No corn syrup stuff. Yeah, exactly, dude. I've had visitors say Coca-Cola tastes better here. It's if I want good Coca-Cola, all I gotta do is go down to Mexico because they still got sugar in their Coca-Cola over there. That's why people go over there. They're like, how come Coke in a bag tastes better than regular Coke? Because Mexicans, they still get Coke in bottles. So they recycle the glass. But they'll put the Coke into a bag first, and then they'll seal the bag, and then they'll recycle the glass, and then they'll sell you the bag because you can just throw away the bag. And so yeah, so it's probably true. Yeah, no corn syrup. That's what's up. Australia, the best choices are Belgium. The best chocolates are Belgium. And the flat, thin cookies always, like the Lindt ones, and the flat, thin chalkies. I don't know what you're talking about. I just like cherry pies, cherry ripes. U.S. puts corn syrup in everything. I know, it's whack. Has Kit Kats and Fredo frogs in Greek desk fridge. In geek desk fridge. How to discreetly kill a parrot. Teach it to say, I have evidence that will lead to the arrest and conviction of Hillary Clinton. Not giving Coca-Cola a penny. If I can't get RC, I will drink water. So interesting story about Coca-Cola. They have the biggest distribution network in the world. You go to the most remote fucking town, and you will find the most remote village in Africa. You'll find Coca-Cola. And so this guy who had invented a water bottle for filtering out like nasty shit in water so people can have clean drinking water. He was like, how am I going to get this in the hands of the people that really need it? Like the people in the middle of fucking nowhere. So he went to Coca-Cola. He's like, hey guys, I have this thing that I made. I need to get it to these people way out here. You guys are the only ones with a distribution network that can achieve that. So can you help me out? Coca-Cola was like, yes, but we've got a problem that we need solved. Could you help us out? And then we'll help you out. He says, yeah, sure. And so now, you know how all the soda machines are this big tower with one spot, and then you pick the soda that you want, and then you put the drink and it gives you the soda? That's what he made them. Originally, it was the ones with all the like that. But then the tower one that you can slot in and have like 50 different drinks, he designed that for them to replace soda machines. Because they were like, we've been wanting to replace our soda machines, but we can't really come up with like a good idea, a good alternative, a good upgrade. Like could you help us out? We need to fix some of these issues. We need to, we have issues with these. And so he designed them that, and so then they distributed his water bottle for him. I haven't had Fredo Frog in decades. I can't spell. Sorry, guy. I love Lily's dark chocolate made with stevia instead of sugar. Stevia. We woot. What? Woot? We have RC Cola here too. Arlene, my friends found it in some rando store. And they even sell the solo cups. Hey, for us non-Americans, it's fun to find that kind of thing. Oh, that's right. The red solo cups, right? The red party cups. That is a classic. I hear that in Europe and in other parts of the world, people have America parties with like red solo cups and all the accoutrements of what they think American parties are like. Is Lind Belgium chocolates? Yeah, I'm just thinking out loud. I'll look them up. Fairy floss was invented by a dentist. Split cherry ripe with kid. He always seems to get the biggest half. Kai, stevia is a plant. It's not artificial. Oh, okay. Well, that's encouraging. I roast stevia. Put a leaf in my tea. Aspartame is artificial. Aspartame. That's right. Yeah, aspartame. Aspartame's nice. Don't be drinking that aspartame. Aspartame. What kind of pertame is it? Ass. Thank you. That's weird. Mega weird. Anyway, I think I'm gonna get to wrapping this up, y'all. Yeah, they're here. All right. Yep. I'm gonna get to wrapping this up. That's what's going on. All right, I'm gonna get moving. We're at 3 hours now. Yeah, can get the stevia at the health shop sweetener thing without sugar. Alrighty. Well, just in case there's any other clips that you guys wanted to see, we're hoping to catch tonight. I want to play this one.
What the fuck? Are you fucking serious?
What?
You fucking cockfucker? What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Sneezing.
Fucking filthy, dirty, fucking cockfucker.
All right, everybody. If you please go check out evillaboratory.com, see if there's anything that you would like there. Anything for Christmas, for friends and family, for yourself. It really helped me out a lot. And spread the word. Even if you don't get anything, if you know people who are gamers, people who would like some of the stuff that's there, go check it out and send it along, pass it along. But thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out. Sapphire Elf, it's good to have you on board, brother. See y'all next time. Arlene, have a great night. Always censored. Laszlo, Panaflex, everybody, everywhere. Steeg, if you're still out there. Aiken already took off, but much love, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you in a couple days on Friday. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing for the holidays. Am I streaming that week or am I not? Or those weeks, I guess. It's kind of over a couple. No, it's kind of 1 week. Oh, yeah, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. It's like the week of 9, 28, 27, 26. Yeah, it's like over a week. I guess I will be. Whatever. Whatever. I'll see y'all on Friday. See you in 2 days, all right? Love you all. Thank you, Elf. Thanks for being here. Hell yeah, hit that like button if you're so inclined, if you had fun, if you like what we talked about. But I'll see you Friday. Good night, everybody.
Second star to the right. And straight on till morning.
Set a course. For home.
I'm reading an ion storm on that trajectory, sir. Should I go around it?
We can't be afraid of the wind, Ensign. Take us to Warp 4.
It is the unknown that defines our existence. We are constantly searching, not just for answers to our questions, but for new questions. We are explorers. We explore our lives, day by day. And we explore the galaxy, trying to expand the boundaries of our knowledge. And that is why I am here. Not to conquer you with weapons or with ideas, but to coexist and learn.
Let's see what's out there. Engage.